What's going on, Libra? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for the week of March 13th to the 19th, 2023. So in this reading, Libra, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the week. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming. We're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides and much more regarding March 13th to the 19th, 2023. But before we begin this reading, Libra, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we move through this reading. And I really do appreciate you in advance, Libra, for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. That would also be greatly appreciated over here, Libra. So without further ado, I am now going to pull the energy for this upcoming week, and we'll see what wants to come through for you, Libra. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Libra. See what we got here for you, Libra. Okay, Libra, so let's start this reading off for you with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe. What frequency do you need more of? What frequency do you need to embody more of for this week? The first one that you have is nurture. Okay, so this is a pretty obvious one to nurture yourself here. There is something about like directly asking for it, like directly asking other people around you, like, hey, I need to be nurtured, or just if you don't have that, taking time to nurture yourself. So be very gentle with yourself this week. Make sure that, like, I'm just getting like you do the little things. Sometimes I forget how amazing like nurturing myself can actually feel. Like, okay, I'm gonna nurture my body with healthy food. I'm gonna take time to do something personal. Like I'm getting like beauty, like they're like get your nails done, get your hair done, something like that. Like would be very beneficial for you this week. So nurture yourself above all. You also have diversity. So you have the frequency of diversity here, Libra, for what you need more of this week. This is an energy that variability is the world's most fundamental quality. Let me repeat that, Libra. Variability is the world's most fundamental quality. There's something in your frequency that you want everyone to be on the same page, or at least for some of you, there's a few people you're trying to convince them of a certain truth. Manifestation is real. Whatever spiritual thing or whatever physical thing you're trying to convince someone of, here's the thing that you need to understand, Libra, is that because variability is the world's most fundamental quality, we all have free will to choose our own world and what manifests in it based on our belief system, but you can't choose that for someone else. So what I'm telling you is if you have a belief, if someone has a belief that the world is solid, they're a materialist, there is no synchronicity, there is no God, there is no universe, there is no spirituality, then they're going to manifest all the proof in the world that will prove to them that that belief is true. Are they using the law of attraction from a higher level to pull certain experiences to them to prove that it's a material world, there is no spirituality? Yes, they're still using spirituality to attract those synchronicities to them, those proof, but they have the free will to do that. Same thing with you. If you choose that this world is abundant, you can have whatever destiny, whatever your belief system is, that's for you. and for you alone. The biggest thing that held me back from really advancing in my career and even my personal life for a long time was thinking that I had to go out on some sort of personal quest to change people's belief system. But it's never going to work because we all have free will. So whatever is going on with you with this diversity, remember, everyone has the right to be themselves, and you have to give people that right. Some of you needed to hear that. I don't know what situation this has to do. You have to let people learn their own lessons, and there's really not much you can do when it comes to that. And what I'm getting is you may be wasting valuable time and energy by, I don't know, like you may just be in little conversations where you're trying to convince people of something. We're going to see what it's about. But diversity as well, just becoming more diverse in your own self. Libra, the final energy you have here, what you need more of is you have productivity in reverse. Okay, so productivity in reverse, and you also have nurture. I feel this week for you is more so time to hit the reset button and like take into account where your life is going. Now, here's the thing about productivity in reverse, this card. Productivity in reverse, when this card comes out, it's showing you that you are wasting a lot of your potential. Like there's something within you that you know you have to do, like some sort of skill or some sort of like thing that you're meant to be expressing more in the world, or like this is a frequency of you looking at your own untapped potential or your wasted potential. That's what's coming through as Libra. Like, so at the same time this week you have to nurture yourself. You have to be very gentle with yourself. At the same time, when you're ready, I'm getting like midweek, later in the week, there's something going to come up about how are you wasting your potential. You're not going full throttle with the gifts that God has given you. Some of you feel guilty for these gifts because you think this also has to do with the diversity card. People are going to judge you for this. Some of you want to be a model. You're a gorgeous individual. You want to use your beauty. Some of you want to use your intellect. Some of you want to use your compassion. You need to use what you got, right? Life is not about the cards that you're given. It's about using the cards that you're given to their full effect, full capacity. That's what a lot of you are not doing. A lot of you have these virtues. You have these, the thing I'm picking up on is you have this like innate thing that everyone else wants, but you're not even like capitalizing on it. So can you turn salt into sugar? Can you be an opportunist? That's what the universe is causing you to look at right now. When it comes to your opportunity for this week, Libra, you have the Moon card. So the Moon is all about listening to your intuition when things are not very clear. Right now in your life, with productivity in reverse about what you need more of, like it may seem like your path is unclear in front of you. And that's actually your opportunity to let that be this week. Let it be unknown where your life is going. Nurture yourself this week. You don't have to have all... So basically what I'm getting from this is you don't have to have it all figured out this week. Don't think you have to have it all figured out. Give yourself a break, because many times the best ideas, or when we can act from a place of wholeness and completeness, comes when we're relaxed. Like some of the best ideas that many, like Albert Einstein said, or someone said the best ideas they ever had come to them when they're in the shower, when they're in a relaxed place. So it's about getting yourself to that place. We're going to see why it's your opportunity in a minute, but you also have the Fool as your challenge. So, a new direction, moving in a new direction, and getting something started that you know you want to start is your challenge. So there could be something about physical limitation, something that you want to do, something that you want to express. It's like you got to gear up for some sort of journey, but you're more than capable of it. So we'll see why that's there in a moment. But when it comes to your overall general energy here, Libra, for this week, you have the Emperor, you have the Eight of Wands, and you also have the Four of Wands here as your overall general energy for this week. So this is a very good energy with people. I do feel like there's some sort of social group that you're going to have around you that's going to be very important for you this week. The Four of Wands is about soul family. The Eight of Wands is about communication and speed and openness. So there could be some sort of plans that you're making. I'm just getting in like this could have to do with a friend group. Like some of you are going to be saying that you're going to be taking a trip this summer with your friends. Some of you with your friends are going to make plans to go camping this summer, and that's going to make you very happy. For others of you, this has to do with something bigger though, and it has to do with some sort of business contract with yourself. Like I'm going to use this virtue and I'm going to do what I know that I have to do, or it has to do with other people for a lot of you. But either way, you have the Emperor here as well. This is about you taking control of your reality. Don't be afraid. I got this message right from the beginning. There's something about your physical body as well. There's something about you not being ashamed to be in the avatar that your soul has chosen to be in, right? The Emperor on this deck, Libra, is literally a beast. So there's something about like, if you're a beautiful woman, knowing like you can be beautiful and you can use that to, like, whatever God has given you in this life, you're meant to do it. Now, listen to this story because it's very important. It's very related to your situation. There was once a fat Libra. There was once a fat man, a very fat man who was a spiritual teacher. And he was always questioning, why am I fat? Why am I fat? Why am I fat? I don't want to be fat, but I seem to be fat. Now, what he realized when he went into the deeper levels is he realized that his soul wanted to incarnate into a physical avatar that happened to be pleasantly plump so that he could reach a certain demographic of people. This is what my soul did. You see me, Austin, the autistic mystic. Soul incarnated into this body so that I could reach the specific demographic that I was meant to reach just by being me. So there's something about you, if you were to be you, in your body, something about your body or using that, not to manipulate, but just to be yourself, just to own it, that's what's going to get you ahead instead of resisting this. Because some of you with diversity, I don't know, there's something deep going on here that like, yeah. So there could be someone around you who's also helping you with this process, like, especially if someone around you is meant to nurture you. This could be a close friend, or I don't know who this is for this week, but someone's telling you. Someone may have already been telling you exactly what I'm already telling you, or they will this week is what I'm getting. So just pay attention to what your people are suggesting to you. When it comes to what you don't see coming here, Libra, for this week, you have the Three of Cups, you have the Knight of Wands, and you also have the Five of Pentacles here and what you don't see coming. I just get like very smooth social relations for you and a lot of fun happening this week. The Three of Cups, and you also have that Four of Wands in your overall general energy. So for some reason, this Five of Pentacles is more so having to do with productivity in reverse. It's more so having to do with your career and your overall life purpose. It's more of just like a side issue. There are people that like will bring out the true you. So I would look forward to a lot of positive social interactions. We're going to clarify what it's about in a moment. When it comes to your advice from your spirit guides, Libra, you have the Four of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Cups, and you also have the Judgment card here when it comes to your advice from spirit for this week. So there's something here about loving yourself, right? The Queen of Cups has to do with overlooking any sort of shortcoming that you might have. Remember, any sort of shortcoming that you think is a shortcoming is actually most likely a virtue. That's what people don't understand when you connect the heart to the mind. I'm not going to get there, I'll get there in a minute, but you have the Judgment card. There's some sort of change that you're going to make, that you're going to love yourself, and then that's going to bring new stability into your life. Like there's some sort of inner shift when it comes to self-love. I do love this part of myself. I don't need anyone to agree with me. I don't care what they think about it. I know my worth. I know my value. That then leads to some sort of new structure, some sort of very grounded structure in your life, Libra. So just be aware of that. We're going to get into it now as we start to clarify this reading, though. So let's go ahead and see why the moon is your opportunity for March 13th to the 19th. Why is the moon your opportunity, Libra? Why is this your opportunity? Let's see. Remember, we just did have a full moon in Virgo. So there could be something about using the benefits of this full moon energy, whatever, like we did, especially if you're watching this more so, I mean, it will still last for a while, but let's see why the moon is here. The moon is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. It came out in reverse, though. The Queen of Pentacles and also the Nine of Wands here when it comes to your opportunity here, Libra. I feel like there's been something that you're waiting to do in the physical world for a long time, starting to bug you. Remember, I channeled that whole thing about your physical body. You have the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Pentacles, and you also have the Nine of Wands here when it comes to the moon. A lot of you feel very disoriented when it comes to the physical world. It is interesting how the the Nine of Pentacles came out in reverse as your opportunity. What this means to me is usually the Nine of Pentacles upright is having to do with independence. I really feel like there's some group of people that you're meant to collaborate with. And I feel like a lot of you here with your opportunities, don't let any sort of perceived shortcoming hold you back. Like, do you know, like, okay, this is what I was talking about with the connection of the heart and the mind. Like, any sort of flaw, any sort of like like maybe it's like you think you shouldn't look this way, you think you should be smarter, you think you should be this, or you think you should be that. When you say forget I think I should be, and you just sink into who you are, even if it's flawed, even if it's not perfect, even if it is weird, like me, the autistic mystic, that's weird to most of the matrix, that's flawed. But because I own it, I can then move forward in something that I know I'm meant to do. So there's something about you using your body, speaking, being somewhere other than where you are. I don't know, Libra. Let's see why the Fool. So there's something also that you're waiting, a career move that you've been waiting to make is what I'm getting as well. That it's like you're letting fear hold you. Okay. Okay, I'm just getting the downloads. Because you have diversity, remember, what frequency do you need more of? Diversity. There's something here about a negative feedback loop that you have created that is completely self-created, wherein you think like your specific definitions are creating a specific outcome yet. I don't even think the outcome is happening because I don't think you've taken action yet. I think there's some sort of fear that you're letting hold you back. But what I'm getting from this, a lot of you are in a very unique spot where like you could create the very thing that you hate the most by not adjusting your definitions. So what I mean by this is there's something about like you really believe something is an objective fact. Like, okay, I'm not that good of a speaker, therefore I cannot speak. It's like, is that true? Maybe people would like the specific speaking style that you have based on a flaw that you're labeling as a flaw. If you, with your conscious mind, because variability is the world's most fundamental quality, label it as a negative, you will then experience it as a negative. Why? Because what you put out is what you get back. One of the laws of this universe, what you put out is what you get back. If, on the other hand, you have this thing, you have this shortcoming, and you say, this is exactly what I need to be. This is something that is with me. I'm just going to radically accept it within myself. Then you will get a positive expression on the outside. So all I'm trying to tell you is whatever this business move is, whatever thing that you want to do is, it's all self-created. There is no outside world, Libra. So before you take action, make sure that all of your definitions about yourself are in alignment. You need to question these things, right? So let's see why the Fool. So basically something that you're convinced is a flaw is actually a virtue. Something that you're convinced is something not good enough. I don't like this about myself. People will love about you. That's me, the whole journey of being the autistic kid. For the longest time, like people hate me. Now people, you know what I mean? It's just the opposite. And so that's based on my definitions though. So that's about self-love. So let's see why the Fool card is here in your challenge. I mean, you have the Eight of Swords popping out, but let's get a little bit more. I just feel like it's your self-imposed limitation. It's completely self-imposed, though. Now, will some of you get a reflection that it's objectively true? Yes, but that's because it's coming from within you. Let's see why the Fool is here in your challenge. Five of Wands. Fear of competition holding you back. You don't measure up to the competition, Libra. Is that true, or is that just a definition that you've had in your head that once again will be created? So when it comes to nurturing yourself, this really has to do with your inner world a lot. The Fool in your challenge is clarified by the Five of Wands, the King of Wands, and also the Ten of Cups here. So I really feel like you're comparing yourself to you're comparing yourself to other people and you think that other people have it better than you. Like with whatever new direction that you want to move in. For a lot of you, this has to do with creating a family or something. I really feel like this is about understanding this diversity card. I know that I keep going back to diversity. What I mean is this. No matter whether this is your career, some of you, this is love is tied up to it. Do some of you believe all men are dogs? This is just an example. This is not specific. It's just an example of what could be happening at this point. or what will be happening for a lot of you. Diversity here. A lot of you, when it comes to creating a long-term family here, you need to really watch how you think the world is. Do you think it's hard to manifest love? Do you think it's easy to manifest love? Your definitions go very deep. Very, 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 very deeper than you think. So with that being said, all that inner stuff out of the way now, hopefully, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Let's see why the Four of Wands is here for you, Libra. Why is the Four of Wands here in your overall general energy? Yeah, there's some sort of business collaboration that I feel like a lot of you are ready to do. You have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles here, Libra. This is a new beginning, an inspired new beginning that you're meant to act on in the physical world, right? You have the inspiration part. For a lot of you, you're going to be getting it from another person, by the way. I did tell you, pay attention. Ask someone that you trust very much to nurture you. There's connections that are going to stick around for you. I just did a reading for Gemini, Libra, all about there's something you need to disintegrate from, the people around you, not good for you. There's something very stable when it comes to at least one person or a few people that you have in your life that they're meant to inspire you and they're meant to help you bring some sort of idea that you have into physical reality. For a lot of you, it is actually going to be in collaboration with someone. For a lot of you, it may not be, but at the very least, you're being emotionally supported by someone to do this move. So just be aware of that. And for a lot of you, this could happen pretty quick. I mean, you could be taking action even if your voice shakes. Like I always say, shout out Infinite Waters, speak your truth even if your voice shakes. Speak your truth even if your voice shakes. That's kind of like what is happening here to a certain degree once you get definitions in alignment. Let's go to what you don't see coming here. Let's also see why because you have this Three of Cups. Three of Cups is right underneath that Four of Wands. Yeah, okay, the Three of Cups is clarified by the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is here in your overall general energy, and it's also here in what you don't see coming. Now, you also have the Six of Wands here to clarify this Three of Cups, Libra. So, there's a lot there. It's almost like life is going to pick up a certain pace that you didn't expect to get it to, but you also have a lot of public victory here. What I'm getting from this very strongly is there are people around you. If there are no people around you, it's that little voice in the background that keeps getting blurred out that knows who the heck you really are, that knows what you're worthy of, that knows you're worthy of attention, that knows you're worthy of success. And for most of you, this is you taking inspiration from people who truly believe in you, even if you don't believe in yourself. That's something that even helped me along my journey. Like, I mean, for a long time, there was very few people who believed in me. But those few people who did believe in me carried me through when sometimes the doubts of reality creep in when you're chasing your dream. So you have very good company around you. And they can see that you're going to blow, because there's something about competition as well. I'm sorry, but you have the Fool in your challenge, you have this Five of Wands to the Fool, and you have this Six of Wands. There's something about you like not measuring up, but you will, okay, and you have diversity. Okay, what I'm getting from this is like, the moment you stop comparing yourself to other people is the moment that you have the capability to surpass them in some sort of hierarchy. Let me repeat that. The moment you stop juxtaposing, the minute you compare yourself to someone, you're already putting them in a higher position than you, even if you're higher than them. Now, I know we're talking from a certain kind of denser dimension at this point with what I'm talking about, hierarchy. From a deeper level, we all know that we are all equal as human beings. It's not about being better than anyone else right now. What I'm telling you is you have some sort of virtue. You have some sort of thing that is real. It is solid. It is what your soul came here to express, that everyone or at least one person around you can see that you're meant to do that it should be no problem. It should be water off a duck's back, that you can't even see it in yourself because of some sort of conditioning or something. And it's not about being better than anyone. It's not about rising above anyone. It's about being yourself. But because most people are caught in illusion, most people are caught in this, the moment you just give up the whole thing of self-esteem, you just give up the whole thing of comparing yourself, people will be like, who the heck is this? You know what I mean? So that's a little thingy there. But let's go here to your advice. When it comes to your advice, let's go ahead and clarify why the Judgment card is here. What is this Judgment about? What is this major shift in consciousness? Why is Spirit putting here as advice? Thanks. The Judgment card is clarified by the King of Swords, the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is also already here, and the Three of Pentacles, Libra. Okay, so this Judgment has to do with some sort of decision that you're going to come to. Remember, you also have the Emperor in your overall general energy. Now, you have the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles here. This is really about making a decision about who you are and then letting reality catch up to that decision rather than the other way around. I'm getting this download very clearly, Libra. This has to do with your security, what you want to do with your life purpose in the world, this judgment that you're making. And what this has to do with, what this advice is all about for you, Libra, I'm getting this very clearly, is you making a decision and then letting the reflection of the world catch up to that decision. So really, like, the world is mental. Like, we know this, the 7 Hermetic principles, the world is mental. So you could be working with the principle of mentalism, like you making a choice, you making free will. Because remember, this whole theme is about diversity. Understanding that whatever the choice that you make, whatever choice you make about who you are, what you deserve, that's where you're going to get. So you might as well, like, there's something about raising your own self-opinion, but when you raise it to a certain level, you have no self-opinion. You only have what you select with your free will, combined with no ego involved, equals manifestation. Like, the way to manifest something, especially when it comes to the way you see yourself, what you want, some sort of career thing, some sort of thing that you want in the external world, you basically have to do this. You basically have to say, hey, universe, I want this, and this is how not happy it's going to make me. The universe gives you something. The universe lets you manifest something when it realizes that it's not going to make you that much more happy. The reason people stay stuck in manifestation, what they want, changing their self-image to then get a different result in the outside world, is because they actually think that that thing that they're going to get is going to make them happy. And what that does is it creates, Libra, an energetic distortion. Let me give you a clear, solid example. If I wanted to okay, I just bought a car. If I was on a lifeline where I would be far away from getting that car, it would look something like this. I'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe, like, me trying to manifest that car would look like me being like, I can't believe I have this car. It's so amazing. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Where the reality is, when you have something, when you choose it with your free will and you say, okay, this deck of cards, I have it. This car, I have it. It doesn't make you feel that happy. It kind of just feels normal. It kind of just feels standard. It kind of just feels ordinary. So with whatever you have going on, with this quest that you want to go out into the world, you want to expand, you want to really let your own virtues come to the table, it's natural. It's standard. But if you have all these weird definitions attached to it, it may be confusing. So something to do with your stability is happening for you this week. I know there's a lot, Libra, so I was just letting it come through. So with that being said, I'm going to conclude this reading, and I hope that this reading helped you. I'll talk to you next week, Libra.